And so I want to see how Calhoun does in the comeback, if you will. I think we're back on. I don't know what's going on this morning, guys. It's not me, I promise. But I'm trying to do the best I can to keep this show going, okay? So, now that we've got that done, I think we had a caller. We're going to get right back to that in just a second. But these injured players, hey, now's a great time. It's like paradise for them. It really is. And I can't wait to see how all these guys come back. Right now, I got the star of fantasy baseball talk, evening shows. I mean, it doesn't get any better than West Virginia Mountaineer Phil Chaplin. Good morning, Chappie.
What's up, my brother? How you doing?
Hey, I'm sorry about the call a minute ago. Man, I don't know what's going on here in North Carolina this morning, but I keep losing my connection. So,
well, I was just getting ready to say, you can't put people making life-saving medicine on hold.
I got that. I got it. So that's why I called you. I called you right back as quickly as I could. So we've had some interesting talk this morning, Chappie, and I know I was listening to you last night, so let me let you have it. Jordan Alvarez or Eloy Jimenez?
I mean, it's tough. And people automatically assume that when you say one or the other, you don't like the other. I love Eloy Jimenez. I think he's great. But I think the difference between the two is the high aptitude of batting average for Jordan Alvarez. He hit .313 last year as a 23-year-old rookie. And I know what you're going to say, pitch tipping and all that crap. I don't buy it because he did it in the minor leagues.
No, I think Eloy. I watched Eloy play minor league. You and I have talked about that.
Right.
And Eloy's going to strike out a ton. I mean, he reminds me more of Aaron Judge. Really.
Right.
Alvarez, that bat. Neither one are going to steal bases, so you can take that out of the equation. Alvarez has two things going for him. I think he's got a better contact percentage. I know he's got the power, but he's also, those guys are going to get on base in front of him. I mean, I don't care what happened in the offseason, all the reports. Those Astros guys, they can hit. Now, not that the White Sox can't, but there are a lot of strikeouts in that White Sox lineup. They led Major League Baseball in strikeouts last year and very well could do that again. So I like the fact that Alvarez is in that Astro lineup, in the middle of that lineup. He's going to DH. He doesn't have to worry about playing the field. I guess Eloy will probably DH too, but it's close. But I like Alvarez better as well.
Yeah, I absolutely agree. But to your point earlier, I think Shohei Ohtani, personally, and I know it's a point of contention, but I got to ask you something, Arnie, and it has to do with your Yankees. You hear all this talk about Judge and Stanton and all these other players. Have we not, as a baseball community, forgotten about Miguel Andujar? What are your opinions on that?
Okay, as much as I love Ohtani at 125, I love Andujar probably just as much at 155. He's going to start for the Yankees. Okay, and I don't care what you read, guys. Miguel Andujar is going to start for the New York Yankees. He's going to play some at third. He's going to play a lot at DH. He's going to play some in left field. So what I think you're going to have by the end of the year, first of all, is a very much multi-dimensional, flexible player to place on your fantasy team. But more importantly, remember, this guy hit like 45 doubles 2 years ago, 27 home runs as a rookie.
Right.
And do you think the Yankee lineup is not stacked? I mean, we know it is. And Andujar is going to be a big part of that. He, to me, Ohtani, I think because on the West Coast maybe. You know how that goes. But the fact that Andujar has done it, and now he's completely healed, this gives him another 2 months to work on left field. That's where he's going to play. He's going to be, write it down, Yankee left fielder opening day, Miguel Andujar.
Yeah, and I thought you'd say that. I got one other player, and I'm going to jump off of here.
Hey, it's great to have you.
I want you to talk about. So you're telling me that Matt Olson at 63 in 115 games last year doesn't have 50 homer potential this year? I'm sorry, I say that we're in a silo, right? doesn't have 50 homer potential. I mean, he came off of a broken wrist and put up, and I don't have anything in front of me, and put up the numbers that he put up last year. To get him in the 4th, 5th, 6th round, to me, this time next year, he could be a first-round pick.
Okay, so here you go. I'm going to give you 2 players, and I'm going to put Olson in that group. Olson and Miguel Sano.
Love it.
Okay, Sano and Olson played about the same number of games, 106.
Yep.
37, 34 home runs collectively.
Right.
Projected out, that's over 50 for each of them.
Right.
I'm going to go on a real limb here because you know I like to do that with you. I like both of them better than Freddie Freeman. And I love Freddie Freeman.
Right.
But I like Olson. In fact, I will tell you this. I think when you draft Freddie Freeman, you're drafting a good player, but a great name. I think when you draft Matt Olson, you're drafting a great player and a good name. And so I think they are very equal. I know Freddie's average is going to be better. I got that. But Freddie's not going to hit the home runs this year, Olson is.
Right.
He's not. And so I like Miguel Sano, who's going to be first base, third base eligible. I like Olson. I think those are value picks. And you know how you and I draft. I'm looking value. I'm not going to pick Freeman. I'm going to pick a pitcher in that slot. And I'm going to wait and get Sano.
Or a speed guy, right?
There you go.
Or a speed guy.
Or a speed guy. And you can do that when you know you've got Olson and you've got Sano, and Sano's going to hit 50. I mean, if he played a regular season, I think in that lineup playing first base now, he hits 50 home runs a year over a 160-game schedule.
Yeah, I totally agree. And you know, I mean, I think a lot of it is people don't realize how much having to play a position that you're not comfortable with can affect you. Right? So,
I mean, he's no more a third baseman than Babe Ruth would have been.
Right, exactly. So you move him to a spot where he's comfortable, and you know that you have a pretty safe floor of mid-30s homer guy with the potential so much.
Right. And Andrea posted something that's worthy of discussion. She said, and they're saying, did they lose me again? I don't think they lost me again this time. DeMazins, I think I'm on the air. Let me know if I'm not. But everything looks like it's rolling on my end. But here's something Andrea just put on the chat room is that Olson's going to hit 70 points lower than Freeman. Okay? Now, I disagree with that to some degree. I think he does certainly hit lower than Freeman. But don't you see Olson as a 250, 260 hitter, Chappie? I don't think he's a 220 hitter. I think he's a 250, 260 kind of hitter.
Olson?
Yeah.
Absolutely, because he's shown glimpses of it. He's shown long glimpses of it. So, I mean, I don't get that argument either. I mean, I think he's, him and Chapman both, 250 to 280. I think you're going to, I think that's kind of the sweet spot with both of those guys. And damn it, you want that out of both of those positions with the power they're going to give you.
How concerned are you if you're drafting Freddie Freeman that he's got an elbow that's been barking all spring?
Oh, he's do not draft for me.
Love it.
That's huge. That's. I understand the brevity of that comment, but why would you take a first-round risk?
No, I can't do it. And here's the thing: you have a barking elbow. You got to have an elbow to have power. And I know he plays on a great team, Albies and Acuna. We could name them all, right? But I think last year, I don't think Freeman makes 2019 numbers in 2020. I just don't.
Even in a perfect world, right?
Even in a perfect world. I mean, it's the first time in his career, if I'm not mistaken, that he hit over 30 home runs in a season. I think he hit 29 a few times. I don't think he'd ever hit over 30. And Olson with a broken hand hit 37.
Right, exactly. And that's the part that people don't realize. A broken wrist, right?
Yeah. I mean, he had one hand. He missed
crazy.
6 weeks. He missed 6 weeks and still hit 37 home runs. And last I checked, Oakland Coliseum is not a haven for offense.
Right.
And he still
make
did
that
it.
park look small, though, don't they?
Can you imagine putting Olson in Philadelphia? Can you imagine that trade? If Hoskins went to Oakland and Olson went to Philly, oh my gosh.
Yeah. Can I give you two quick statements and then I got to run?
Go do it. I'm ready.
Number one, wash your hands, guys. Wash your hands. Clean off your contact surfaces. Cover your mouth when you cough. Please be careful. This is very serious. I keep saying it. I don't want to sound like Chicken Little, but this is a serious notion, and we can stomp this out just by being the same thing. Okay? On the bright note, come see us on Tuesday night, right, Arn?
Yeah. Tuesday night at 7 is the return. It's not Batman and Robin. It's not Fonzie and Richie. It's going to be Chappie and Arnie Tuesday night at 7 o'clock.
So, that's all I got, brother. Love you. Everybody be safe out there, okay?
Chappie, thanks. Thanks for those words of advice, and it's good to talk to you this morning. That's Phil
You too, buddy.
Chaplin.
Take care.
That is Phil Chaplin. That is one of the best people, podcasters, and boy, I'm telling you what, being on this network with Andrea, being on this network with Lenny, George, Kevin, Chappie, you name it, it's just an incredible experience to be able to do that. And I want to thank you guys for calling in this morning. I am sorry for having the technical interruptions, but we picked it right back up, didn't we? And I want to thank the callers for calling in. We're going to do more of this. I like the call-ins, especially during this downtime. We can talk about whatever you want to talk about. I got material ready in the event we don't have callers, okay? But until then, we're going to do call-ins. We're going to talk baseball. We're going to keep it going. I want to reiterate something that Phil Chaplin just said. Look, I'm working at home today. If you can work from home, do it. If you can stay at home, do it. There's a great way to beat this virus. Number one, be smart. Phil Chaplin just said it. Wash your hands. Just do the things that you should do to help prevent situations. Stay at home, stay away from it. We don't have to go somewhere every day. And I think part of the problem with our country is we're such a country of excess that we expect to be able to do these things. Well, we should be thankful that we can. And we will be able to again soon. But for now, let's be smart and let's beat this virus as a group. Let's stay home. Let's enjoy the chat room chats. Let's call in and let's be, we're all friends here on this network, and those listening to podcasts across the nation today, just be smart. So I want to thank you guys. Look at the chat room this morning. What a chat room. Andrea, Clarona, DeMazens, High Class, Jack, Lenny, Mark, Chappie, Rotorius, Simon Says, Taco, putting on the Ritz, guests Carol, Hank, Rolf, and Sarah. It's good to see all of you guys this morning. I got to run. May try to come back on later tonight. If anybody's interested, send me a text line in the chat room. We may do something tonight because I don't know, other than Kevin Hastings, I'm not sure of what else may be on. And if you're interested in that, we may do that. And get ready to make some calls in again next time we have a show. Have a great day, everybody, and I'll talk to you soon.